and on podcasting and things like that. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, because the show can't be viewed all over.
Right.
The episodes are going to be either uploaded to a YouTube account and then linked to the foundation website, so that anyone anywhere that has internet and computer will be able to watch them and use those as a resource.
I think that's going to be exciting because we have friends in Australia whose kids go through a lot of bullying and stuff like that, and I'm excited that they're going to be able to see that.
You know, discrimination is an awful thing, Lori. As I know, you know, and you know, I think that great strides can be made with education.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know, and some openness and changing one heart at a time, and I really believe in that statement.
I love that statement, and we're going to come right back with Rosalinda de la Luna and the new program, Viewpoint. We'll be right back.
I fill my mind with knowledge and wisdom. I make decisions without alcohol or drugs. I let go of the things that hold me back. I honor my body by protecting myself. One heart, one mind, one will. HIV affects everyone. Get tested.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the studio. And we're talking here with Rosalinda de la Luna, who has a brand new program out, and it's called Viewpoint. And we are so lucky to have her here with all her resources, open heart, and just wonderful.
Well, I'm lucky that you're here too.
So we're very lucky.
Yeah, you've been, you know, you and Frank Tyro have been wonderful support to this, and so thank you very much.
I think the whole community is just going to be jumping on this because the issues that you're going to cover involve everybody too. So let me ask you a little bit about your own background. So you want to talk about that?
Sure. You know, as I mentioned, I'm from New Mexico, and I lived here for about 7 years, and it's been I don't regret ever moving to Montana. I've actually been able to adjust to it.
Dealing
coming
with the cold?
from the Southwest. Yes, you know, and everybody says, "Oh my God, you know, how did you deal with that?" But my background has a lot to do with how I grew up. I grew up in a very small town like Pablo, Montana, in a mining community. And you know, very humble background, very humble beginnings. My father was a miner that did a lot of copper mining. My mom was at home.
And you said you grew up and you worked at a very young age.
I did. I started working when I was 12 years old, and I was in that point in my life, I realized that I had to do something to help the family out. So I continued going to high school and worked part-time, and actually had to. I kind of fibbed on my application. I said I was 13 when I was actually 12, so I could get hired. But you know, it was hard. It was hard times, and I know what hard times are. I've lived through those hard times, and it's what's given me my humility about people who are coming from places or from life that have less.
So not only hard times economically, but hard times emotionally and
very
socially.
much so.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And it was I think all of us may have a similar story, maybe not, but it was. I had a rough upbringing just because I was different than some other people, because I identify as being a transsexual, and so that in itself made it different for me, and it compounded different things for me. But I believe that everyone has the right to be who they want to be, and for people to love who they want to love.
That's right. So do you have a definition of diversity with all of that?
I do. Diversity are all different kinds of colors that are, for me, that are full of hope, and not each one person, not each one individual comes in any different shape or size or color. And I think that embracing what is different can sometimes be challenging for people. And so Viewpoint wants to help in broadening that view of diversity within this community.
Why is that important, do you think, in Montana?
Because I believe that there are that there are people in our population that may need some to realize that they're not alone, Lori.
Yeah.
That they're not alone. That because I felt so alone. I felt so alone. And one of the things that I did in I guess it was about in 2006 or 2007, I created a scholarship with an organization that I was with, and it was the ISCSM Rosalinda de la Luna Scholarship. And why I developed that particular scholarship is kind of why I wanted to do this, is because I wanted the young GLBTQ youth, when I say Q, I mean queer, to realize that they weren't alone, and that there is an organization like the ISCSM or the De La Luna Foundation or other foundations that are out there, because years ago there wasn't anything.
That's right.
There wasn't anything,
and people were hiding.
Yes,
and they could never be who they really wanted to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit about some of the guests you plan to have on the program.
You know, I plan to have people from all different kinds of backgrounds, different organizations like NCBI, PFLAG, Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays, people with that may have a disabilities background. I want to touch upon immigration. So I'd love to have some immigration rights advocates here, even elected officials as well on the show. To also give them a voice about how they support or may not support different aspects, and I think that that's important.
It's definitely important, and this is such an exciting avant-garde show. And I hope people will tune into it. And how can they get in touch with you if they have questions about gender identity or bullying, or can you steer them in the right direction?
I certainly can, and this program will definitely be able to as it grows, to be able to supply a resource list of different organizations that will be out there. And they currently, again, they can contact me by that email, delalunafoundation@gmail.com.
Excellent, excellent. And I hope everybody tunes into the program. It's going to be exciting, and we wish you a long, long run with the program.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you also for giving this introduction to what the program's going to be like.
Thank you.
So I guess we'll see you next time with Rosalinda de la Luna, and she will be the host on Viewpoint. Thanks for tuning in.